Dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin. Okay, he's definitely not a halfling, a goblin, or a gnome. He could be a dwarf. Wait, no, definitely not. Fuck, no, never mind. He would absolutely not be a dwarf. I just realized the context of what I'm talking about. I'll give you the option of an orc. I feel like he would like that option potentially. I am known as a fierce warrior, strong and unbridled. An orc with no bout. Oh, he did choose orc. Okay. By the way, I'm technically playing Pathfinder 2nd edition instead of D&D because I know the system far better. Background. So is there anything like king or anything? Oh, royalty. Here we go. You're a prominent member of a royal family. You have taken up a life for adventure. Perhaps you deposed queen, hoping to regain the throne, a prince or princess. Insurgent. You were more than a rebel. You were a revolutionary, fighting for the promise of a newer, better country. We could just also pick warrior. In your younger days, you waited in the battle as a mercenary. Not really. A warrior defending a nomadic people, a member of the militia or army. Let's give them these 3 options. Royalty, of course. I'm the king of the Andals, the Roynhar, and the First Men, Lord of the 7 Kingdoms, and protector of the realm of Westeros. I can easily pick the royalty background. Classes. He definitely wouldn't be an alchemist. He doesn't fuck with alchemy. Barbarian, pretty fitting. Rage consumes you in battle. You delight in wreaking havoc and using powerful weapons to carve through your enemies. Well, not carve, but slam through them. Relying on astonishing durability without needing complicated techniques or rigid training. To many barbarians, brute force is a hammer, and every problem looks like a nail. Oh, that's so good. I think we just picked barbarian, but I'll ask him. Yes, this seems like a class that complements my strengths quite well. It will only make me more dangerous. All right, perfect. I gave him a boost in strength, constitution, and dexterity. He needs 1 more though. Wisdom, intelligence, or charisma. Do you think Robert is more intelligent than he is charismatic and wise? More wise than he is intelligent and charismatic, or more charismatic than intelligent and wise? I was thinking not intelligence. Rob was legendarily charismatic. I believe that, actually. Okay, and then his skills. So you get to be trained in certain skills. You can read them all here. They're all pretty self-explanatory, and I'll roll for them when we need to. Acrobatics, not really. That's like rolling and jumping and shit. Arcana's magic. Crafting, no. Diplomacy. Intimidation. Okay, we got to intimidation for sure. We're gonna give him some feats next, which are basically just really cool abilities. Dragon instinct. You summon the fury of a mighty dragon and manifest incredible abilities. He might pick this one, actually. Baratheons are partially Targaryen. What color dragon would he want to be? Wait, what are the colors of Baratheon? Yellow background with a black stag. Gold. All right, he gets a cone of fire. Obviously, his weapon is going to be a hammer. Let's get on to the second character. Ramsay Bolton. I think he's probably just gonna pick human. Maybe an elf. I can't, oh, okay. Are there elves in Game of Thrones? I can't stand anything about elves. They're pompous, arrogant, stuck up, and I don't get the impression that they smell very good. So human. Background. You stalk and take down animals and other creatures, skinning animals. Nah, that's not. Night Watch? Fuck, if we're playing Jon Snow? Oh, man. Oh, wait, noble. I'm sorry, I missed that. The common folk that knife of nobles seem is one of Idyllic luxury. I don't know what that means, but whatever. But growing up as a noble, a member of aspiring gentry, you know the reality. Nobles a lot of obligation and tree. Whether you seek to escape your duties and adventure or better your station, you have trading skills. Noble it is. I'm just gonna pick one of these. Let's go genealogy. They care about their genes and shit a lot. Class. Alchemist, probably not. He doesn't really deal with any kind of alchemy. Barbarian, I think not either. He's not really like a rage-induced like person. Fighter, maybe? Is Ramsay much of a fighter? I think maybe. There is that one scene where he's like, it's turning out to be a lovely night. And then he like jumps in and he's fighting Yara and shit. Oh wait, we said ranger. He really could have an animal companion. Like a dog animal companion. Rogue, you're skilled and opportunistic. Oh, that's him, right? Using your sharp wits and quick reactions, you take advantage of your opponent's missteps and strike where it hurts most. Is that not him? Or ranger. Some rangers believe civilization wears down the soul, but it still needs to be protected from wild creatures. That's not him at all. Others say nature needs to be protected from the greedy who wish to tame its beauty. Let's give him a bow. I like that. Well, yeah, let's give him a bow as his weapon. I think we go rogue, though. That's too fitting. So for his last ability boost, do you think he's wise? Has a lot of constitution, like he can take a lot of damage? Not that one. Or it has a lot of strength. It's probably wisdom, right? He's not very strong. And he doesn't really like, you can't. Although, remember that one scene where Jon went, exactly what you're talking about, when Jon beat his ass and he was like laughing? He took a lot of fucking hits and he was still, I mean, he wasn't standing, but he was smiling. That's something. Oh, okay. He's going physical constitution. His skills, he's training a lot. Let's give him acrobatics, athletics, deception, diplomacy, intimidation. Oh, he has genealogy lore. That's actually not that bad because he does know a lot about his parents and stuff. Performance, I think he's actually really good at. He lied to Theon for a super long time and made him think that he was someone there to save him, like, that's performance and deception, right? Nature, he loves fucking dogs. Your powerful ego makes it harder for others to order you around. That's so fitting. Class feat. Overextending fate. When you trick a foe, instead of catching them off guard, you goad them and overextending their next attack. Ooh, I like that. He does fuck with people a lot. Yeah, so basically, you make them fuck up their own attack. Or you're next. Your next is really good. After downing a foe, you menacingly remind another foe that you're coming after them next. You're fucking next, buddy. Yeah, I think it's furthest out of your next. Okay. Charming liar. Your charm allows you to win over those you lie to. Ooh, that's fucking good. That's Ramsey right there, I think. Oh yeah, he gets to choose a racket. I forgot. Rackets are basically just the kind of like rogue you are. You like to view your operations as a chess game, always planning 10 steps ahead where others might plan 3. Ooh, this is pretty good actually. You might be a detective determined to solve crimes. That's not true. In the service of a powerful family, if you operate outside the law, you might be an aspiring crime lord or information broker. Okay, this is not bad. Ruffian racket. You prefer to strong arm or intimidate others rather than rely on finesse or fancy tricks. Fuck, he's both of these. I don't think he prefers to strong arm. Does he? I'm leaning more towards mastermind. He wants to be a ruffian? Alright. I believe finesse is too complicated for the common folk to understand. I shall use brute strength to solve my difficulties as any self-respecting lord would. I can't deny that's not like Ramsey though. Weapons. Definitely have a bow on him. We'll give him a dagger as well. And the last member of our party is none other than the Red Lady. So for her ancestry, let us choose Elf. Otherworldly mission. You're called to serve a specific purpose. Your deity told you so, and so it must be true. Maybe you grew up knowing all along, or maybe it came to you one day in a vision. Clear as a bell and twice as loud. You have some task that only you can accomplish. Bro. It's this one, right? I think that she just has to be a cleric. Deities work their will upon the world in infinite ways, and you serve as one of their most stalwart mortal servants. Blessed with divine magic, you live the ideals of your faith, adorn yourself with the symbols of your church, and train diligently to wield your deity's favorite weapon. She doesn't really wield a weapon, but still. Your spells might protect and heal your allies, or they might punish foes and enemies of your faith as your deity wills. Fire. Yours is a life of devotion, spreading the teachings of your faith through both word and deed. I'm actually okay with her taking a -1 to her constitution, which means she's super brittle. I think we give her charisma, intelligence, wisdom, and dex. It has to be that. Because she's not strong, and she's not... her fortitude is very weak, I think. Or do we give her more con because she's an old-ass lady? Dexterity means that you're, like, nimble. Is she more nimble, or is she more... can she, like, endure pain and shit a lot? Maybe she actually can. Wait. Actually, she drinks poison. She fucks with fire. She doesn't need to sleep. She's immune to cold. Okay, that's definitely Constitution. I'm gonna give her a Constitution instead of Dex. Skill, Arcana for sure. Crafting? Maybe she crafts some pyres. Deception? Oh, does she use deception? I feel like she doesn't really use deception, if I'm being honest. I feel like she thinks she's telling the truth all the time, no? Let's definitely diplomacy. Intimidation, I think she does. Ooh! You've accumulated a vast array of lived knowledge over the years. So this one's basically you're fucking old as hell. Divine font. Ooh! Would Melisandre take harmful or healing? So basically, one means that you have spells, you have extra spells to hurt people. The other one is you have extra spells to heal people. She can spontaneously combust creatures, but also use revive. I know! Okay, she went with heal. I think either one is good. Oh, is this her weapon? Oh, it's a favored weapon. I don't think I can choose actual fire. Dagger! Alright. Light? Bro, she's taking light. She's taking light. Alright, big spells. I want her to only have fire spells. I gave her these spells right here, but I think we all know what kind of magic she'll primarily use. Alright, our characters are ready to roll. Let's get into the adventure that starts in the town of Otari. The small seaside town of Otari is known for its fresh fish and skilled sailors, but above all, it's a big logging town, providing valuable wood to the nearby metropolis of Absalom. Such adventure always seems so distant until today. Word has begun to spread around Otari that there's a problem down at the Otari fishery. Some are saying that some sort of beast is lurking in the basement, feeding on the stores of salted fish. Folks are worried that whatever is eating the fish might get hungry enough to eat the fishers next. You received a letter from Tamily Tandervale, the owner of the fishery. Inside is a desperate plea for help. With the town guard busy protecting the loggers, she needs a few brave souls to venture down into the basement of her warehouse and put an end to the beast that's feasting on her fish. They all walk into this room, and there sits this lady with a smiling face. And she says, "Hi, I'm Tamily. Are you here because of the letter I sent?" And let's see what each of the characters say. Oh, he writes a letter back. Oh, sorry. "Dear Tamily Tanderville, owner of the lovely and productive Otari fishery, I write this letter to you in response to your plea for help. I am honored that you consider me suitable for handling this issue." Is he gonna say I'm not gonna do it? For handling this issue of a possible beast lurking in the basement, feeding on the stores of salted fish, and possibly even threatening the fishers themselves. I cannot allow such injustice and danger to persist in the lands of the Seven Kingdoms under my rightful sovereignty. I will do my best to swiftly locate, confront, and eliminate the beast. Sincerely, Robert Baratheon. Oh shit! They sent a request for help from a lady? A lady should be spending her days knitting a garment, not worrying about fish being eaten. This is the responsibility of a man of the house, not her. I believe I shall ignore her letter. There might be money involved as a reward. Now that's something that does interest me. However, it does seem rather suspicious that a lady would be able to pay such a reward. God damn, you misogynistic prick! I'm gonna take that as an accept. Okay, and what does Melisandre say? "I will go to the Otari fishery and I will investigate this beast myself, for the night is dark and full of terrors." Ooh, that's good. So they all head down into the Otari fishery. "I welcome you both. Melisandre, may your magic illuminate our path, and Ramsay Bolton, your skill in hunting beasts will be a great asset." You know, Ramsay's still hiding his conniving ways somewhat. "Greetings, Robert Baratheon and Ramsay Bolton. I'm Melisandre, servant to the Lord of Light. I've come to investigate a beast that has been spotted at Otari fishery. I will tolerate their presence, but they are not to be trusted." Okay, fuck it. Let's roll with it. "The stairs leading into the basement of the Otari fishery creak with age as you make your way downstairs to find the beast that has been eating all the fish. Robert leading the path. In the center of the room, between stone pillars holding up the fishery overhead, are barrels filled with salted fish. Two of these barrels have been smashed open, spilling their contents on the floor. In the east wall is a large hole opening into darkness. Just a few hours ago, you gathered with a few other adventurers in the office of Tamily Tandervale, where she offered you 10 gold pieces if you could put an end to this menace. She was thrilled when you agreed to help her with this simple task, but as you make your way downstairs, you can't help but wonder if this might be a lot more adventure than you bargained for. I carefully approach the hole in the wall and peer cautiously into the darkness to see if I can tell what sort of creature awaits in there. I approach the barrels of fish to assess the damage of the destroyed contents. Afterwards, I approach the hole to the east wall. I draw my blade. She's packing. I look around for any signs of movement or clues as to what would be causing the trouble. I try to remain as quiet as I can, not wanting to alert any potential danger that I am present. I'm going to say that Melisandre rolls a perception check to see if she notices anything weird. And, ooh, she rolled pretty shit. Melisandre looks around. She's trying to she draws her dagger, but she doesn't see anything around. Ramsay walks up to the barrels. Let's give him a perception check to see if he notices anything about the barrels. Oh, he rolled decently. He notices the barrels again are just cracked open. Nothing wrong with them except for the gaping hole and the shit spilling out of it, but he doesn't notice anything else. And at the same time, Robert walks up to this hole with Ramsay, Melisandre not far behind. They start peering into the hole. A strange chittering comes from the hole in the wall. And suddenly, a massive rat the size of a dog emerges from the darkness. And it isn't alone! The giant's rats rush towards you, their huge teeth snapping. Boom! They see 3 giant-ass rats approaching them. I draw my trusty blade and begin to cut down the rats with precise and deft strikes, all the while keeping my distance from those snapping teeth. Ah! Rats! Come at me! A true northerner such as myself has already conquered many a rat in the kitchens at the Dreadfort. It is only fitting that I must use my skills against them once again. I shall not be defeated by these disgusting rodents. Come at me! I proceed to slash at one of the rats. As the giant rat struts towards me, I take a defensive stance, trying to fend them off with my dagger. I shout to Ramsay Bolton and Robert Baratheon, "There are multiple rats coming towards us! Prepare yourself for battle!" There we go. Alright. It missed! it's just gonna start snapping its jaws, biting at Robert as he's holding out his warhammer, batting it away. It missed again, critically. It rolled a natty 1. Wait, yeah, it literally rolled a natty 1. These dice kind of suck. Hold on, can I pick a different dice? And then, you know what? It's gonna look at Ramsey and say, I can bite you, maybe. And it also rolls a natty 1. I unsheath my hammer and swing it down on the rodent. So in Pathfinder, you get 3 actions. Attacking, moving, intimidating. For my first action, I will take a defensive stance to try and intimidate the creature. For my second action, I will strike the beast with a well-aimed swing from my hammer. For my last action, I will try to trip the beast in an effort to keep it at bay. Ooh, he's going all in. Ooh, he rolled really fucking well. He looks at that rat, and that rat goes, and this rat is now frightened. And then he swings at it with this big-ass hammer. He missed it! He rolled a 4! And he tries to trip the rat, and the rat skitters beneath him. So Robert scared the rat, but he couldn't take it home. Melisandre, what are you gonna do? I'll use my first action to cast a spell. Okay, that is not a spell that she can cast, but she's gonna cast a fire spell. Second action to intimidate the remaining rats, shouting violently and using my status to intimidate the rats. What? What does she say? I shout to the rats, I am the follower of the Lord of Light, and you are mere insects who dare to interfere with my mission. I will not hesitate to destroy you if you do not retreat now. Do not interfere with Destiny's plan, or you shall suffer the consequences. She said all of that to a rat, by the way. She is going to cast Produce Flame at this. Let's see if she hits. She does hit it. Mel can communicate with animals, who knew? The rat's like, man. She shot a ball of fire out of her fist with it, and let's see the damage on it. She does 6 damage. That's pretty fucking good, actually. Boom! It's on fire. Goes. She intimidates another one. She rolled a 5. That creature is. She says all of that to the rat. She says all of that, and the rat legit looks at her like. And it fails. Next up is our boy Ramsey. Let's see what Ramsey does. I would like to intimidate first. The true lord never backs down. They're really good on their intimidation. Afterwards, I shall swing at the filthy rodents with my weapon, and attempting to trip them and make them prone. Okay, that's 2. Oh, he's using his dagger. He's stabbing these rats. He said intimidate. Let's see what he gets. I will simply stare menacingly into its rat eyes with a cold, terrifying glare. It doesn't work. And then he tries to stab it with his dagger. Let's see if it works. He misses! This stupid rat skitters underneath him. And then he tries to trip it. It's really not a good idea, but I'm gonna let him do it because he said he would do it. Does that actually succeed? No, it's not. It's not good at all. The rat skitters beneath him. I'm gonna tell him that. I shall swing my dagger with vicious and unrelenting fury at the filthy, horrible rats. The dreadful has prepared me for this day. If I must fight 1,000 rats, I shall, and I will emerge victorious. The rat's turns. This one is gonna bite at Ramsey. Oh, it bites him good. And let's see how much damage it does. It deals 5 damage as it bites Ramsey right in the arm. It goes. Ah! A filthy rat has attached itself to me! Help, Robert! Help me! Get this disgusting vermin off me! This is a northern arm! In that case, I will swing at the rats nearby with all my might until they are no longer moving. I won't let my friend be scared for too long. Okay. Oh my god, it bites him again! It deals 6 damage, 7 damage to him! Ramsey, oh my god, Ramsey is fucking hurt! Look at his HP! And then the rat, as its final action, is gonna try to bite Robert as well. Did it hit? Oh, it rolled a natty 19. Holy shit. Was that at a -8? Wow, that... Okay, so for Pathfinder, attacks get progressively weaker, like I said. You first take a -5, and then you take a -10 for your second and third attacks. For this one, it has a special ability, so it takes -4 and -8 instead. But still, that's insane. I curse as I get bitten. Fuck! By one of the rats. The wound is painful and causes me to flinch. I then become angry and swing my hammer at one of the rats with even more vigor and ferocity. You know what? I'm just gonna take that as he starts raging. which gives him special stuff. Dude, this rat fucking skitters through Robert and starts to bite at Melisandre. And it bites her. Bites her good. Does a 6 damage to her. She goes, ah! Well, actually, sorry, I'll ask her. So Robert is more prone to attacks because he has multiple rats surrounding him. This rat is going to attempt to bite him, but it completely misses, and it trips over its tail and goes as it tries to bite at Robert, and he blocks it with his hammer. This rat is scared, but it's up. It's gonna bite at Robert. One bite. Bites him good. God damn, I'm rolling fucking well. These rats, these giant rats, are ravaging them all. I'm taking it back on the 2 rats that 2 rats bit me, one after the other. Despite the pain caused by the biting, I remain focused on defeating the rats. I shout in frustration as I swing my hammer at the batting rat again. Curse you, rat! I shall not be stopped by your tiny, vicious teeth! Fuck it, it's just gonna bite again. It completely misses it, and it trips over itself and falls back down the stairs a little bit. I'm quite angry. I have been cursed by the gods with rat bites and is affecting my ability to think straight and act with clarity. I feel a raging storm within me that seems to grow with each additional bite. Okay, he's definitely raging. He's gonna power up. Ah! He starts screaming at these motherfucking rats. And then I will attempt to intimidate the rats by letting out a roar. I want to make myself seem bigger and more threatening than I actually am. And then for my section action, I will swing my hammer with full force at the nearest rat. For my last act, oh yeah. I am the storm! No rays of sun and no warm wind shall save you from my fury! My strikes will be like lightning and my anger will be like a great flood! He takes a fat strike at it. Woo! He critted it! He fucking slammed this motherfucking rat! Let's see how much damage he does. Oh, he rolled shit. Holy fuck! That is so much damage! I raise my hammer high above my head and leap forward in an arc, bringing it down hard upon the rat. As it crashes down, flames erupt from the hammer, engulfing the rat in fire and killing it instantly. Melisandre, it is your turn. I'll choose to heal Robert. Okay. Oh, she healed him for 10. So Robert heals for 10. He feels a lot better. Behold the power of the Lord of Light, who brings light and life to the darkness. Rise, my friend, and continue to fight for truth and justice. I shall swing my dagger at the rat in front of me, attempting to kill it with one fierce strike, okay? He does! He swings at it! He hits it! And, ooh, he rolled an unnatural 20. And does 4 damage. He rolled a natty 1 on damage. The rat takes 4 damage and squeals. I say, I am the Dreadfort! Fear me, you stinking rat! My next action is to prepare my dagger for another strike. The rats shall never win against the Warden of the North. Anywho, he strikes it again. And he hits it! He, boom, stabs that motherfucking rat. See how much damage he gets? He does 6 damage to it, it dies, and now he can use his You're Next. I have slaughtered 1,000 of your kind! You fool! You shall perish as so many others have perished! I shall then swing my dagger again at the second rat. It's too far. But you can use your bow, or you can throw your dagger. I shall throw my dagger at the pathetic, filthy, stinking rat. Okay. Yeah, that fucking succeeds. The rat goes, and it is again frightened. And then he throws his dagger at this rat. It misses critically. He rolled a 0. Oh man. Damn it! I shall have to retrieve my dagger. Let someone use it against my subject without authorization. Once it's retrieved, I shall have to continue my attack on the rats. I shall proceed to draw my bow and fire an arrow. Okay, so he draws his bow. The rat gets up and it tries to bite Melisandre again. It completely misses it. Bites again. It does get a beat on her. And it does. How much damage am I dealing? Another 4 damage to her. How low is she? She's 4 HP. She's badly injured. The rat's gonna go for the killing blow. Let's see if she goes down. It misses completely as it rolls a 4 and rolls a 2. I quickly rush up to the last rat and crush it with one swift and brutal blow. I then look around to make sure that no more rats looking around. Let's see if he's able to hit it with his hammer. He's still raging. And he does indeed hit it with a 17. Let's see the damage. Oh my god, why the fuck is he dealing so much damage. This dude is insane. I quickly dispatch the last rat with a powerful chop from my hammer. I'll make sure to aim for the head or the neck so as to ensure a quick and efficient killing blow. Boom! Fucking collapse that thing. And it dies. Woo! Satisfied at the outcome of my valiant efforts, however, my arm has been wounded. I feel it's appropriate to request some of the promised gold as payment for my wounds. I'd also like to see if there's any more gold that can be found in the basement. There might be something worth more than a few coins that the lady failed to mention. Interesting. Does he want to go back and ask her for more money? So usually you take some time to rest, recuperate, and heal yourself, but we're gonna skip past that boring shit. They sit down, they heal each other up. I'll tell Ramsey that it's only fair that he's rewarded for his courage and skill in helping us defeat the rats. I'll support him by asking Temley for the gold, as she said that that we would receive 10 gold pieces each for this job. Hope Temley will honor this agreement and reward Ramsey without issue. I agree with Ramsey's proposal and say to him, let us go back to Temley and claim our reward for defeating the rats in the fishery. The Lady of the Light has blessed us with victory and we deserve the gold that's been promised to us. I then follow Ramsey through the fishery, making my way back to Temley's office. Okay, they come back up, back to Atari, back in the daylight. And they come and they meet Temley. I shall inform her that we have dispatched the vermin in the basement and inspect the promised gold. Temley says, oh, I didn't know there was such big rats down there. I'm so glad that you killed them. There's no way the rats could have caused the destruction that's below. There's so much fish missing. There's giant holes in the walls. People really think there's a big beast. It could not have been these rats. A larger beast, worse than these filthy rats? Then I shall proceed deeper into the basement to locate this new threat. So they're going back down. Look here! There's a hole in the wall leading further down into a larger cave. Let us be careful. Okay, so he goes. We shall enter the hole and see what lies within, although we must be on our guard, for larger beasts may lie below. Be cautious and alert, gentlemen. Or your comrades are... And a large... slightly overweight, well, not slightly, overweight man with a big hammer. The one with the red hair intrigues you. What's her name? That's Melisandre. It is a distinct name indeed. And the overweight man with the hammer, what's he called? Robert. Robert, a strong name for a strong man. I believe I shall address him as... You seeing a hole in the wall, I approach it cautiously and peer into the larger cave beyond. I say to Ramsey and Robert, it seems that there's a large opening here. We should exercise extreme caution as we move forward. I feel a presence of evil down here. I prepare myself. Okay. So they all go down to the hole. Squeezing through the hole, you find yourself in a cavern that seems to stretch endlessly beneath the streets of Otari. Who knows what menace could be lurking down here? Up ahead, the passageway ends in a cliff that plunges sharply into darkness. Robert has dark vision because he's an orc, so he can actually see further. He can actually see there are spider webs in that cave over there. But this bit right here, this is a cliff. This is like a steep cliff. I decided to use my spell called Light to eliminate the darkness and show the way down. I'm willing to attempt descending the cliff with the help of my companions if the reward is worth the risk. I suggest to Ramsey and Robert that we proceed down the cliff together, taking our time and being careful to not slip and fall. We may not know what peril lies beyond, so it's best for us to stick together. Okay, so she casts Light. They take out their ropes and they try to descend down this cliff. They all have to roll athletics checks. Ramsey, taking the lead, takes out the rope, throws it down. Make sure it's tied onto something really good. So he has to roll an athletics check to see if that is successful. He glides down super fucking easily and makes it to the bottom. What about Melisandre? She glides down gracefully and also makes it to the bottom. And Robert's gonna do this so easily. His athletics is insane. Unless he rolls a natty one. Robert tumbles the fuck down the cliff as he tries to get down, and he takes 5 damage from slamming onto the ground. Let's see what he says. Robert had another drink when they went back to the surface. He said, I'm gonna take this little thing with me. Curse you, rope! How could you let me fall like this? Damn you and everything to do with you! Now I lie here wounded and humiliated, all because of your worthlessness. How could I have been so foolish to rely on such a pathetic excuse for a rope? Are you alright, your grace? The rock face of the descent seems to be rather treacherous, so I take you back up so we might try a different tactic. I don't think Ramsey would be that. Are you not laughing at his humiliation. I have too much respect for royalty to stoop so low as laugh at him. I shall offer him my help and wait for a response. Wow, he's really fucking sucking Robert's dick. Would Ramsay actually do that? I guess knowing that he's a king is kind of important. I didn't think about that dynamic. If he thought he could get something out of it, he might. That's fair. So they all move up to here, and they see all these spider webs and how the cave continues. Be cautious. The presence of spider webs could mean the vicinity of spiders, and I don't intend to die from the bite of a beast much smaller than the less magnificent than I. As they step in, the tunnel continues deeper underground, eventually opening into a large chamber. Patches of growing blue fungus cling to the ceiling to provide dim light. You can just barely make out vast strands of webbing across the floor and walls of this cavern, stretching between stalactites like shimmering curtains. I swapped the ChatGPT here to see if it worked better than Character.ai. Observing the glowing blue fungus and the strands of webbing, Robert's battle-worn face shows a hint of concern. Beware the webs, there's surely something foul weaving them. He growls, hefting his warhammer and keeping his eyes peeled for any movement. I'm gonna make him roll acrobatics for trying to step over the webs. He rolls a 4 and he gets a total of a 6. Okay, we will resolve that after these messages. Melisandre, the mystical glow of the fungus captures Melisandre's attention and she studies it carefully. There's power in this place, she murmurs. More to herself than to the others, holding her flame aloft. She follows Robert's lead, avoiding the webs and keeping a close eye on the surroundings. Her senses attuned to the presence of magic or otherworldly forces. She prepares to call upon her spells if the need arises. Okay, I'll make her roll as well. She's trying to follow behind him. 19, okay. Ramsay's cruel eyes gleam with excitement as he surveys the chamber, taking the webs and mysterious glow of the fungus. I wonder what kind of beast would call this home, he muses, a wicked grin spreading across his face. Fearlessly, he follows his companion, paying little heed to the webs, his daggers ready. His sadistic curiosity is piqued and he eagerly anticipates the next challenge. He just fucking doesn't care about the webs, he just walks through them. So I should have made Mel and Ramsay roll acrobatics for navigating these webs too, but let's just say since they both have daggers, they slash their way through. Robert, on the other hand, Robert, being the big, bad, bold man himself, stumbles while he's trying to step over the webs and over all the rocks and stuff. He stumbles and falls, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? And is that as he's standing up, they see something. They hear something. They hear in the shadows, and slowly they see something that looks like a spider crawl out towards them. And they do indeed notice that it is a giant spider approaching them, angry, tastily, slashing its little teeth out with its 8 legs, crawling everywhere at them, and it looks like it wants to fight, and everyone's gonna roll for initiative. So the spider, looking at them, it is going to lunge at them with actually, you know what? It's gonna turn around with its butt, and it's gonna aim it right at him. It's gonna right at him. Alright, let's see what it rolls. Oh my god! It rolled a natty 19! It's gonna spit out this web right out of its butt, right onto Robert, and it is going to critically hit him. Well, Robert, as the spider web sticks him, he gets slammed into the ground. He's prone, knocked over. Huh, that's cool. Anyway, it strides forward to bite its prey as it sees him on the ground, and it goes boom, bites him. It does 6 damage to him. Ooh, and not only that, he has to roll a fort save. He feels the venom being pumped into his veins. He needs to roll me a fort save. Rolls a 20. He shakes off the poison in his veins. Robert raises Warhammer, steadying himself after summoning blasted webs. He curses. So he's gonna roll athletics to try to rip off all these webs on him. Is a 16 enough to escape from this? It's not! The webs are so tight and stuck around him. He's wriggling around them. He can't manage to get out of it. Ramsay's up. Laughing at the sight of Robert trapped, Ramsay leaps into action, lunging at the spider with his dagger. Looks like you need a hand, your grace, he taunts. Oh, and he misses with a 10. The spider just, with his little spidery legs just dancing around his dagger, he can't quite get him. Continues to assault. Ramsey attempts to slash at the spider's legs, aiming to cripple it and make it easier to handle. He tries to swipe at it again with his dagger. Oh, and he rolls a natty 20, baby, gets to cripple the spider, and this spider is going to take a massive 8 damage. Okay, so that was 2 actions. One slice, and then third action, continuing to assault. His eyes fix the spider. He circles it, seeking an opening for another attack. Come and show me what you've got. He challenges, his excitement growing with each moment of the fight. He moves over to the back of it to flank the spider. This thing is now flat-footed to any attacks. Frustration growing, Robert continues to struggle against the sticky webs, putting all his might into breaking free. I won't be bested by a mere spiteful silk. He gets an 11, and it's still not enough to get him out of this web. He's still pinned to the ground. Just shaking, trying to get this shit off of him. If still trapped, Robert's anger boils over, and he roars in defiance of the spider. He attempts to reach for a weapon or anything he can use to assist his companions or fend off the spider if it comes near. I'll tear you apart with my bare hands if I must, creature. He threatens, his voice echoing throughout the chamber, and he tries to take a strike. He's going to be at a penalty for trying to take a strike with his warhammer at this thing, but let's see if it works. He's at a -10 right now, attacking from the ground. And he critically misses. He just can't get it up. He's one thing that Robert has never had problems with is getting it up, but until now, he is still on the ground. He did nothing this turn. He spent his whole turn on the motherfucking ground. Seeing Robert ensnared, Melisandre intones a spell to assist him, attempting to burn away the webs that have trapped him with a controlled burst of flames. By the Lord of Light, be freed! Oh, wait, she's gonna light Robert on fire! Okay, it very much succeeds. It actually critically succeeds. We're gonna roll extra damage for that. This ball of flame that she has in her hand is light. She's like putting it over Robert, and she just puts so much of her Lord's energy into it that she does so much fucking damage, and she deals 8 damage to our boy Robert as she burns him free, but he is finally free. Forgive the burn, your grace, but it was necessary to free you from the creature's snare, she intones, her voice calm and authoritative. The Lord of Light's path is not always gentle, but it leads us to victory. And Robert, grimacing from the pain of the flames, but grateful to be free, Robert grits his teeth and grabs his warhammer. A small price to pay for freedom, red woman. He grunts, his eyes fixed on the spider. Now let's make this beast pay for its insolence! Next up, the spider. This spider is going to look at the person that just stabbed it, and it's going to try to sling its web at him. And it turns around, or actually it already has its back turned. It just poops out a little web there. And it hits him. Slings out the web, slams into him. He gets stuck on it. And he is now immobilized himself. It looks back at Robert on the ground, looking to bite him one more time. It hits him! Oh, it almost critted him. It bites him another time, sinking his fang into him, and he feels the venom being pumped in. I don't know what noise that is. The venom being pumped into his veins. He's gonna have to roll another fort save. He rolls an 18. He's good. He wipes off the venom off of him. Spider is going to look back at Ramsey now that he's immobilized and try to bite him with this final attack. And Ramsey weaves out of the way as this stupid little spider bites at him, but he doesn't get hit. Oh wait, we didn't roll damage. How much damage is this? Oh, 8 damage. Is Robert down? Is Robert on the ground? Oh my god, Robert's at 1 HP! Robert is fucking hurting, bro. He's 1. Do you see that? 1. Trapped in the webbing, Ramsey struggles furiously to escape, his sadistic glee replaced by frustration. I won't be held by this. So he tries to escape. Ooh, he tries to get out, and it's just not enough. He's stuck by it. He cannot get out of this sticky webbing. He's going to try again, but a -5. Ooh, and he critically fails. He cannot attempt to escape more. He sticks himself even more in the webbing. He's just fucking stuck there. So Ramsey reaches into, or has his dagger, and he chucks it a little bit. He gets just enough force behind it to try to throw it at the spider. Ooh, it does hit the spider. He rolled really well. That does some damage. Let's see. It does 9 damage as the dagger flies into him. The spider goes limp. Oh my god, the thrill of this giant spider fight reminds me of this video here, where the only thing that flies faster than daggers is the dinner rolls.